And when it comes to the economic crisis, don't waste it when it can have a very positive impact.
You never want a serious crisis to go to waste.
The way we're going to win over the long term is not just militarily. We've got to win over hearts and minds. And what that means is we've got to invest in countries that have no educational infrastructure and have no means for young people to get ahead. We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
Stay tuned for politics and religion.
International Atomic Energy Agency Chief Mohammed El-Baradei said Thursday, that's today of course, that his probe allegations that Iran was trying to produce nuclear arms is at a dead end because Tehran is not cooperating. Now, Mr. El-Baradei is due to leave office in 4 days, and he's simply saying, we're at a dead-end street. Iran's not cooperating. Well, the nations of the world, led by the United States of America and Israel, are saying that very powerful sanctions should be levied against Iran right now to prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weaponry. Now, we know that every once in a while the international community will make a proposal and Iran will say, well, let's talk about that. Yes, we will consider that. And then they talk and talk and talk. And then a few months later, after the heat's off a little bit, they'll say, we're not doing any of that. You know, they originally seemed to say they would be willing to send their uranium out to Russia or somewhere else to have it enriched so that they would not have enough enriched uranium on site in Iran to produce a nuclear weapon. Now then, they've backed down from all that. Today, they have enough enriched uranium to make 2 nuclear weapons. Now, I want to ask you a question. How many nuclear weapons can a nation absorb of, 6 million Jewish people, a very small inhabited area, 50 miles wide at the widest, and the population, the core of the population is Israel, is in about 100-mile long strip. And so you got 50 by 100 miles. You put 2 nuclear weapons there, one in Tel Aviv, one in Haifa, or wherever else you would choose to put one, and there would be no more Israeli nation. And that's the reason the leaders of Israel continue to say that Iran is an existential threat, that this threat could bring about the end of the existence of the nation of Israel. And since Mr. Mahmoud Ahmadinejad has said repeatedly that Israel should be wiped off the map, well, it just doesn't cause Israel's leaders to sleep too well at night. Continuing in this report, El-Baradei criticized Tehran for not accepting an internationally endorsed plan meant to delay its ability to make such weapons. Confidence in Iran's leaders, he warned, had shrunk in the wake of its belated revelation of a previously secret nuclear facility. The unusually blunt comments appeared to be a reflection of El-Baradei's frustration 4 days before he ends his tenure leading an agency that has proven unable to overcome Iran's defiance. It has also failed to alleviate international concerns that Tehran may be using a civilian nuclear program as a cover for plans to make weapons. Now, here's what's really at stake here. We know that Iran had a secret nuclear program trying to produce nuclear weapons about 8 years ago. They then, when caught, apologized, said we won't do it anymore, and now they're saying we want to produce nuclear power for electricity. We don't want nuclear weapons, but we have the right, since we've signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, to produce for peaceful means electricity. And so that's all they were doing. They supposedly have been transparent. They've made their reports. They've submitted to inspections from the International Atomic Energy Agency, and everything seemed to be okay. However, a few months ago, about 3 or 4 days before the United States and Great Britain were set to expose another nuclear facility that the UN knew nothing about. All of a sudden, Iran comes forward and says, oh, we were going to tell you. that we do have another nuclear facility, and it's been secret for 7 or 8 years. It comes out. So all during this time, when the United Nations has been going in there making inspections, they have not been inspecting a nuclear facility that is being geared up to process uranium. So all of a sudden, all of the trustworthiness that Iran attempted to cultivate, it has gone by the wayside. Now, why is this important? Well, because the Bible says there's a war coming that's going to kill 1/3 of mankind. It's going to start from the area of the Euphrates River. That's the area of Iraq, Iran, and the Middle East area, Syria. So when we know that's in the Bible and we see what's happening now, and El Baradei says, I'm done, we have to wonder where we really are right now. It's Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? The Bible